Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's DJ Show One King Legend coming at you here with a quick one, alright? Well, alright, as you've seen the title, alright, this will explain a little secret on getting more power from your amplifiers, alright? You want a heavier bass, you want those real low frequencies that you've been trying to get but can't get. Alright, this is a simple tip right here that can definitely get the most out of those amplifiers and out of those speakers. All right, so this is what you have here. It's a little chart I made up of speaker gauge wires. All right, I know a lot of guys from 1980s have still been using 12 gauge wires. Okay, that's what that is right there. And they will have these 12 gauge wires running 100 feet out. Okay, and they will expect the most from their speakers. All right, that's not the way to go. Okay, my belief is 12 gauge shouldn't be no longer than 50 feet. All right, to get the max current. All right, so the lower the gauge you go, the more current you can put out. All right, you can achieve. So a 10 gauge I believe should be used for 100-foot runs. All right, but you still have a lot of guys, they are holding on to their 12 gauge wire for dear life. Yes, they have 10,000 watt amplifiers, but they're still using 12 gauge wire running out 100 foot, 120 foot, 150 foot. And that's the wrong way to go, okay? Here we have 8 gauge. 8 gauge should be ran out, no more than about 150 foot, all right? No one's really using 8 gauge that much. You might get a few professional guys using 8 gauge and so forth, all right? But, stop using your 12 gauge wire. I mean, I know it's hard, it's expensive, but if you can buy those expensive amplifiers, you sure can change your wires, all right? If you want the most out of your speakers and a heavier, tighter bass, all right? Okay, so I'm gonna get into the difference between CCA wire and OFC wire. All right, so to know the rating of your wire, all you have to do is look onto your wire. I'll show you here. All right, I'm trying to focus on this wire here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it says clad aluminum, okay? Clad aluminum, that means it is aluminum based with a copper coating over it, all right? So it gives you that appearance of the copper look, but underneath that is all aluminum, okay? So that's not the best wire you need to run in your sound system application if you want the most from your speakers, all right? Okay, so here's a little thing I have set up here. So you lose about 1 volt per foot when you use a CCA wire versus an OFC wire. So OFC is oxygen-free, all right, copper. So that's pretty much the most copper you're gonna get, all right? So it's about 30% less heat than the CCA wire, all right? You get 25% more current flow with the OFC wire, okay, versus a CCA wire. All right, so this is a quick tip, all right? The secret is out. This is how you get those strong bass and those extra lows, okay? If you've been struggling to try to hit those low notes, 20 hertz, whatever, 25 hertz, all right, this is what you need to do, all right? And if you don't need to go long, just stay short, and that will give you an increase as well, all right? So if you have a 150-foot wire and you're only in a situation where all you need is 50 foot, you need 2 sets of wires, okay? Cut back, okay? 50 foot. So if you're running a 10 gauge at 50 foot, your bass should be optimal, okay? 8 gauge will be even better, but I know the cost and everything. People don't want to spend that extra money when you're running out, 100 foot, so forth. And especially that OFC wire costs more than a CCA wire, okay? So pretty much any store you go in and you try to get speaker wire, the first thing they're gonna have is the CCA wire, okay? And a lot of people don't know to look and check and make sure that it's fully copper wire, because they all look the same, but underneath that it's all aluminum, okay? And a lot of you are using wires that are fried. You need to check your wires. okay, you need to take your connectors off. You need to unbraid those wires, and if they start flaking, your wire is pretty much halfway fried out, okay? So you won't get that as much with the OFC wire, but you will get that frying, that black wire, like almost every other wire is black or white powdery. All right, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Take your connectors off and check your wires every once in a while, especially after a gig or event. Take one of your connectors off, check those wires. All right, if you've been playing heavy bass all night, check those wires. All right, because if you're not using the OFC wire, more than likely your CCA wire is almost fried out. Okay, so that's a special tip. This one right here is the ultimate tip. All right, we're getting more heavier bass and putting those high wattage amplifiers to good use. All right, change your speaker wires. All right, this is as important as it gets. All right, y'all are doing great with providing electricity to your equipment, but you're not sending out the right current to your speakers using cheap wires. All right, thanks for watching. DJ Show and King Legend. I'll catch you on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe and like. It only takes 1 second to hit that like button and 1 second to hit that subscribe button. All right, I appreciate it. If you like what I do, if you enjoy my content, go ahead and just hit that like button. All right, appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.